Welcome to another exciting episode of Financial Insights in Minutes, where we summarize the day's top financial news videos to save you time each day. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the evolving world of cryptocurrency. Is Bitcoin gearing up for a potential breakout? What does Tether's recent move signify? Today's discussion will include insights on institutional investment, market volatility, and our expert guests' predictions.
Stay tuned as we distill the most important takeaways from various channels about cryptocurrencies today.
First, Crypto Banter predicts Bitcoin's imminent parabolic move due to market dynamics. Next, Ivan on Tech reveals how Tether's recent actions might signal a continued bull market for Bitcoin. Altcoin Daily discusses institutional momentum favoring Bitcoin and Ethereum for mainstream acceptance. Coin Bureau forecasts increased volatility and potential altcoin rallies as the market matures. CryptosRUs highlights how Bitcoin is primed for a major price surge with favorable inflation data. Lark Davis exposes the conflicting signals affecting Bitcoin's market clarity amid economic uncertainty. Benjamin Cowen anticipates a rise in Bitcoin dominance as investors gravitate towards safer assets. Finally, BitBoy covers the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit resolution and its potential to propel XRP's adoption. Ahoy, crypto enthusiasts! Welcome to Crypto Banter. Today's treasure map leads us right to Bitcoin's potential parabolic move. With Bitcoin currently floating around $61,000, it's a thrilling time to dive into the market.
Absolutely. The backdrop is buzzing with anticipation. CPI data is about to be released, and yesterday's PPI news kicked the market into high gear. That's quite the combination for our crypto compass.
So what's the golden nugget of today's discussion?
The core thesis revolves around Bitcoin's current positioning for a potential short squeeze. If it breaks through key resistance levels, we could see a parabolic breakout towards the 70s.
Let's unpack the key points. First up is market dynamics. What's happening?
Bitcoin is currently at a critical short squeeze level, and many retail traders are skittish, still showing signs of fear.
And with CPI coming up, how will that shake the market?
CPI data will significantly influence trader sentiment. Positive news could fuel a strong recovery.
Altcoins are waking up too. What's the excitement there?
We see Phantom and Ethereum breaking trends. If Bitcoin charges forward, it could spark wider altcoin rallies.
Now let's put on our prediction glasses. What can we expect?
A breakthrough over 62,000 could trigger a quick sprint to 67,000. That's the sweet spot.
And what's the scoop on market reactions?
Expect short-term traps as the volatility will jump with data releases, but overall, the sentiment remains bullish.
So summing it all up, what should our viewers take away?
Keep a close eye on CPI. If Bitcoin breaks key levels, it could lead to an exciting recovery that ignites the broader market.
Any final thoughts before we sail away?
Absolutely. Stay engaged with the market, track those critical levels, and prepare for the potential fireworks ahead.
Ahoy, cryptocurrency enthusiasts! Welcome to today's episode, where we'll dive into the riveting world of Bitcoin and its market movements, particularly focusing on Tether's latest actions.
Let's get straight to the facts. Ivan Lilyakvist brings a wealth of knowledge on crypto trends, painting a picture of the current market scenario. Buckle up, everyone.
What's the core thesis of today's video?
Ivan emphasizes that Tether's printing of $1 billion not only reflects strong money flows into crypto, but also suggests that the bull market remains intact. This is crucial for Bitcoin's price trajectory.
What's the scoop on Tether's printing?
Tether recently printed a staggering $1 billion, a key indicator that rallies often follow such moves. It's a telltale sign that the bull market could still be alive.
Surely, there must be varying sentiments among investors.
Absolutely. Overall market sentiment is bullish, although some retail investors remain skeptical. Interestingly, hiking institutional confidence is evident as major players buy Bitcoin.
What are the forecasts for Bitcoin in the coming months?
Many anticipate Bitcoin reaching $70,000 soon, especially as Q4 has historically been the stage for major price surges. The pattern is likely to repeat itself.
Any bold predictions for Bitcoin's price?
The consensus is clear. Bitcoin is on track to hit $70,000 soon, thanks to robust support from institutional investors.
What about the broader market dynamics?
Institutional investments are expected to drive further growth. However, we must keep an eye on potential regulatory changes that could affect the crypto landscape.
As we navigate these currents, what's the final takeaway?
Ivan concludes that the tether printing is a bullish signal for Bitcoin. Investors should stay informed and ready to act as opportunities arise in this dynamic market.
Welcome to Altcoin Daily. Today's sizzling topic is all about institutional interest in crypto, specifically Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Today's special guest is Leo Wald, the CEO of Cypherpunk Holdings, a savvy investor diving into this crypto renaissance.
Absolutely. Leo's expertise allows him to navigate the turbulent waters of the crypto market with precision. His insights on asset strategies are sure to spark your interest.
So what's the big idea here? What's the main thesis?
The core thesis is clear. Institutional investors are ramping up their exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and particularly Solana, as they pave the path towards mainstream cryptocurrency acceptance.
Let's break down the key points. First up, what's happening with Bitcoin reserves?
Bitcoin reserves on exchanges have just hit levels we haven't seen since late 2018, around a 7-year low. Whales, particularly institutions, are accumulating aggressively, indicating bullish sentiment.
And what's in the scoop for Ethereum?
Ethereum's balance on exchanges is also at a new low. Recently, one whale quietly accumulated nearly 100 million Ethereums. This indicates a bullish shift as demand soars amid recovery.
Institutional moves seem pretty significant. Breaking that down?
For sure. Morgan Stanley pioneered crypto ETF approvals, and now a key bank with $1 trillion in client assets has also opened the doors for the Bitwise ETF. This is a game changer.
So what about Solana? Quite the underdog story, right?
Indeed, it's gaining traction as Brazil recently approved a Solana ETF. Analysts now predict that U.S. approvals aren't just possible, they're inevitable.
Interesting trends all around. Anything else we should know?
Certainly. Ethereum funds have outperformed Bitcoin ETFs with significant inflows. BlackRock's Ethereum ETF is on track for $1 billion in net inflows this month.
As for predictions, what's on the horizon for Solana and Ethereum?
With growing institutional strategies favoring Solana, there's a high potential for mass adoption, especially as ETF approvals in the US are on the clock.
Anything else to keep in mind as we move forward?
Expect continued accumulation by institutions, driving significant shifts in crypto dynamics. The tectonic plates are moving in the crypto world.
All right, let's wrap it up. What's the key take-home message from today's discussion?
The conversation emphasizes significant institutional interest across Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. With regulations loosening and ETFs becoming mainstream, the crypto world is set for explosive growth.
Final thoughts?
Now is the time for investors to seriously consider their crypto journeys. Exciting days ahead.
Welcome to Coin Bureau, your source for the latest in cryptocurrency news. Today's focus, the wild world of crypto in 2024. Buckle up, this forecast is sure to be a doozy.
Absolutely. The forecast report dives into July's dramatic crypto performance and what we can expect moving forward. Get ready for some insightful breakdowns.
So what's the core thesis of this report?
The main takeaway is that the crypto market is set for more volatility, but with some bright spots, particularly for altcoins, as we approach significant market events like regulations and elections.
Let's dive into some key points. What happened in July?
The big news, 9 spot Ethereum ETFs were approved, but Ethereum's price actually dropped around 20%, even with Bitcoin climbing to $67,000 by month end.
And how's the overall health of the market?
The total market cap peaked at $2.9 trillion, but recently recovered to above $2 trillion, showing resilience.
What about the newly approved Ethereum ETFs?
BlackRock's ETF led the group with $3.5 billion in inflows. Spot ETFs give institutional investors a more straightforward way to invest in crypto.
And how might the U.S. elections impact the market?
The elections are seen as a key catalyst. Depending on who gets elected, we could see significant changes in crypto regulation and overall market sentiment.
Yikes! Any notable security issues?
Unfortunately, in the first half of 2024, hackers stole around $1.38 billion, mostly through smart contract exploits.
What are some predictions for the future?
We might be entering an altcoin season as Bitcoin dominance hovers around 60%. Expect more volatility as new ETFs come into play.
And how do the election results tie into this?
Depending on who wins, pro-crypto candidates could positively influence market sentiment and lead to favorable regulation, creating a bullish scenario.
So, what are the final takeaways?
In short, the crypto market is evolving rapidly with new ETF approvals and significant upcoming events. Investors should stay informed and be prepared for whatever comes next.
Welcome back to CryptosRUs. Today, we're diving into the bullish Bitcoin patterns that have been detected. Is a big rally just around the corner?
Absolutely. With inflation data on the horizon and significant whale activity, there's a lot to unpack. Buckle up, it's going to be an exciting discussion.
So, what's the key message today? What should viewers be paying attention to?
The main thesis is that Bitcoin is poised for a significant price surge observed through a bullish pattern and upcoming inflation data that could bring major market shifts.
Let's kick off with the inflation data. What's on the horizon?
Tomorrow's CPI is a significant factor, with many anticipating it to come in at 2.9%. If it does, it'll mark the first time inflation is below 3% in over 3 years.
And what about market predictions for Bitcoin?
Traders are suggesting Bitcoin could reach 100K by 2025, but some are even more bullish, eyeing prices around $100,000 by the end of this year.
Institutions are also playing a significant role, aren't they?
Yes, indeed. Goldman Sachs recently disclosed holding close to $500 million in Bitcoin ETFs, showcasing the major institutional interest in crypto.
What predictions do experts have regarding the upcoming market shifts?
If the CPI data comes in positive, it could trigger a significant rally for Bitcoin, particularly as whales are currently accumulating.
And what about long-term forecasts?
Long-term, Bitcoin's scarcity and consistent dollar-cost averaging among investors suggest a robust growth trajectory. Expect higher prices as supply diminishes.
To wrap it all up, what are the solid takeaways for our viewers?
The overall outlook is bullish. With positive CPI results expected, combined with heavy accumulation from whales, we might just see Bitcoin soar to new heights soon.
So what should our viewers do in this climate?
Now would be a great time to consider accumulating Bitcoin. With upcoming developments, it could be a pivotal moment for both new and seasoned investors.
Welcome to another exciting episode on the channel. Today, we tackle the cryptic world of crypto market truths that nobody seems to want to admit. Buckle up.
Absolutely. The landscape is filled with mixed signals and conflicting reports. Our guide today is the insightful Lark Davis, who's delving into all the chaos of the current crypto markets.
What are we diving into? What's the big idea behind today's discussion?
The thesis is straightforward. There's a cloud of uncertainty over the crypto market, with analysts unsure if we're headed toward a recession or a bull run. Various indicators show conflicting signs leading to market jitters.
Let's break down some key economic indicators that Lark mentioned. What's the deal with the PPI?
The PPI, which measures wholesale prices, dropped from 2.6% to a promising 2.2%. Meanwhile, the CPI remains stable at 3%. This might look favorable for the markets.
And what about recession risks? What's the situation there?
Goldman Sachs is now pricing a 41% chance of a recession, which is up from 29% back in April. Plus, credit card delinquencies hit 10.9%, the highest in over a decade.
So despite all this fear, what's happening with GDP?
Great point. The GDP growth rates are projected at 2.5% for Q2 and 2.6% for Q3. This shows there's still demand for labor and jobs, which is an optimistic sign amidst the doom.
Anything on the horizon in terms of predictions?
Absolutely. Some analysts suggest a contrary view. We may actually avoid a recession and instead follow a regular growth cycle, potentially seeing a market recovery unfold towards 2026.
And how is Bitcoin positioned to move?
If things stabilize, Bitcoin could start climbing again, targeting that critical line at $72,000, which has proven to be a significant resistance level.
To wrap things up, what are the key messages from Lark's insights?
The core message is clear. While economic indicators suggest growth, risks of recession loom large. It's crucial to stay informed and navigate these waters cautiously to seize opportunities in the crypto space.
Welcome back to the Cryptoverse. Today's treasure map leads us to Bitcoin dominance. Will it hit 60%? Grab your compasses.
Absolutely. Our expert Benjamin Cowen takes us through the rocky waters of Bitcoin dominance trends and predictions. Let's get straight to the facts.
So what's the big idea here? What's the core thesis?
The central thesis is that Bitcoin dominance, currently hovering around 57%, is poised to reach 60% as economic conditions push investors towards lower risk assets.
Let's chart the course with key points. What's the first one?
Over the past couple of years, Bitcoin dominance has seen significant growth. Historically, every time there's a major economic shift, dominance tends to rally first.
What about the influence of the Fed? How does it play into this?
The Federal Reserve's policies have a huge impact. Another easing phase is on the horizon, which usually drives investors back to safer bets like Bitcoin.
And what do the waves predict for Bitcoin's future?
Expect Bitcoin dominance to peak at 60% by year-end. Come 2024, we might see a shift as more retail investors enter.
So, what are the crystal ball insights?
Primarily that Bitcoin's dominance could touch 60% as soon as September. If it happens, it could remain elevated until we see major economic shifts.
And what about the altcoins?
Expect a shift where altcoins decline as Bitcoin takes market share. Long-term holders may benefit as Bitcoin stabilizes.
To wrap it all up, what's the scoop?
In conclusion, Bitcoin dominance is set to rise sharply in the coming months, driven by monetary policy shifts and market dynamics. Don't miss the boat.
Any final thoughts?
Keep a close eye on Bitcoin dominance and be prepared for a wave of volatility in altcoins. It's an exciting time ahead.
Welcome to BitBoy's YouTube channel. Today, we're diving deep into the aftermath of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. What does the resolution mean for XRP and the crypto market as a whole?
Absolutely. This topic has been generating a lot of buzz. Ripple's win against the SEC, with the SEC walking away with just $125 million, changes the game for XRP and its adoption in banking.
So what's the central thesis behind this discussion?
The core idea is simple. The Ripple case has essentially cleared XRP's path to becoming the first fully regulated cryptocurrency, paving the way for mainstream banking integration.
Let's break down the key points. First up, Ripple's noteworthy victory.
As mentioned, the SEC may have received $125 million, but Ripple came out on top, setting a strong precedent for XRP's legitimacy.
There's also a theory that the case was staged. What's the detail?
Yes, the argument suggests that a significant portion of what we see legally is not as it seems. The perspective is that the SEC and Ripple's battle was largely designed to position XRP as a banking coin.
What does all this mean for XRP's future in banking?
XRP's classified status as a commodity means it can be integrated into various banking systems, including the FedNow initiative, which already utilizes XRP for transactions.
And how might this victory impact the market?
The impact could be substantial. There's potential for a bull run due to newly found legitimacy, though many wonder what could have been had the resolution come sooner.
What predictions are being made following this ruling?
Well, expert analysis suggests we may see a surge in institutional interest for XRP as banks begin adopting this technology more prevalent.
And in terms of long-term predictions,
XRP could set an important precedent for regulations regarding digital assets, potentially becoming a standard in banking operations worldwide.
to wrap this all up, what's the essential takeaway?
The Ripple victory solidifies XRP's status as a banking coin. The implications for wider adoption in financial systems are massive, and this is just the beginning of the next bull run. Buckle up.
In this roundup, we saw Crypto Banter outline the potential for Bitcoin to break out, citing crucial market indicators.
Ivan on Tech agreed on Tether's impact, suggesting the bull market remains intact, while Lark expressed caution amid conflicting signals.
The experts collectively presented their thesis on institutional momentum, but disagreed on how immediate market volatility might play out.
It's an exciting time for crypto investors, but as always, being informed is key.
Thanks for watching Financial Insights in Minutes for August 14th, 2024. If you'd like more time-saving content, please remember to like and subscribe. If you have ideas for more channels you'd like to see summarized, drop a comment below. See you next time.